Hey guys, it's Grant here and welcome along to this week's webinar. If you can hear me, please just type I can hear you in the box, in the text box. If you can see me, just type yes, I can see you, and then we can get started in about 30 seconds time. So Sarah, thanks so much, can see hear me. So I asked today's icebreaker question. Thanks, guys. I've got that you can see and hear me now. Thank you so much. Good to see you here. Let's see who's here. Got 7 people here on time. That's kind of cool. So hello, Emma Patterson. Hello, Rebecca. Hello, Penny, Sarah, Philip, Richard, Pauline, and Joel here so far. So what a good group. It's awesome. If you're watching this live today with me, we are talking about YouTube and video marketing today. What a really cool platform to do it on as well. Talking about video whilst doing a video. That's pretty meta. And we've got a bunch of stuff. Here's what my webinar prep looks like, just so you know. So we've got a bunch of stuff that we're going to be going through today. We're going to be jam-packed. There, as I said in the icebreaker question today, I asked what your first job was. And it's been something that I've been thinking about all week. Imagine what your life would be like now if you were still in your first job. For me, I was a busboy at Matt's Rock Cafe in the Peninsula Centre in Frankston on the Pearl Highway. And I could see here Joel said his first job was a landscaper. Emma said she could see him. Joel, who else said? Sarah said at the age of 15 and 11 months, 15 and 9 months for me, Sarah, just beat you. You worked as a machinist in a sewing, as a machinist, that's probably a better way to say it, at a sewing factory. My nana worked in a sewing factory. I would have thought that was an old lady job in New Zealand. So that's pretty cool. And Emma worked in, Emma Patterson, you worked in a bakery. My son, his first job that he's currently in is in a bakery at Baker's Delight with our good friends Tasha and Wayne, who are in Profit Rocket, which is really cool as well. Richard Hallett said he was a kitchen porter in a big hotel and he can't wash up dishes anymore. And Sarah, no, I'm not calling you an old lady. Not at all. I wouldn't dare, because you could probably kick my ass. So we'll be doing that. So we're going to be talking today about video marketing and YouTube marketing, a whole bunch of other stuff. So if you haven't got it already, get your pen and paper ready, because I want you to take a bunch of notes. I've got diagrams for you to draw out today. You're going to need at least 5 or 6 sheets of paper, maybe more. Please always come to these webinars with a bunch of paper and ready to take a heap of notes, and we'll get cracking. So first of all, I want to talk to you about a few of the reasons why I want to talk to you about video marketing and why I think it's so important. And the first is it's to do with how people how they learn, but first it's what they see you as. And you know, oftentimes when we're marketing, people can see us as being quite salesy, can't they? And you know this for yourself. You've even probably seen some of my marketing. And if it's just in an email, it can sometimes come across a little salesy. You know, here's the 5 tips to this and the 3 hottest ways to do this and the solution and the secret formula and we just get so bombarded by it that it's easier to just flick on something that's going to entertain us. Correct? If you agree, just type yes, and then I'll know that I'm not the only freak in this webinar that thinks that way. Cool, bunch of yeses, awesome. So because we get sold to that way, let's not sell to people that way. And what we need to do, and this is the first thing I want you to write down, is that content equals marketing. So your content, what you help people with and how you help people, that is your marketing. And I want you to be really clear on that. Second thing is people learn in a style that's more visual, and we can show people, teach someone something by speaking it, but they'll get a far greater appreciation of it if we can show them. And that's what video allows you to do as well. It allows you to show people what you do, and that's kind of cool as well. And the third thing is that it creates an authority piece. So if you have a video, you just instantly become an authority. And the other thing, I suppose, is YouTube is the second biggest platform in the world. So you've got Google, then YouTube, then Facebook. So YouTube is a huge, huge platform. So we're going to be talking about how to use YouTube today, a whole bunch of other different resources. I'll take you through some Facebook Live stuff. I'm going to show you how to, how do you set up your YouTube channel. So I'll do some basic stuff as well. What do you type in your description? Some important details in that as well that really matter. So I'm just going to be going through a whole heap of content and following, like I said, just following my list, which I've been doing for you for weeks and weeks and weeks. So first things first, and I want you to be impressed by this, by the way, because you'll notice on my shirt, this is written backwards, right? So I've written everything backwards for you so it's the right way around. Pretty good, right? So you guys can see this the right way around. Please tell me that. So left is left, right is right. You guys can see that? Yes? Yes? Can someone just type yes? Oh, no, is it backwards? Is it backwards? Is my shirt the right way around? Oh, shit. All right, hang on a sec. Here's one I prepared a little earlier. I'll just do this live with you guys. So when we I can't believe I did that. I spent ages figuring out how to write backwards. Never mind, because on my screen it's backwards. So when we learn, I'm just going to draw this little diagram again here. So we're talking about visual, auditory, and kinesthetic. So visual is visual. You guys get that? It's what people see. Auditory is auditory. So it means it comes in through your ears. And kinesthetic is kinesthetic, which means feeling. Right? So how people feel. VA internal. All right, so that is create, 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 remember, remember, remember. Right, so I just recreated that for you. So here we have the visual. So when people are looking at things, and you want to remember something that you have seen before, you'll access your visual cortex. So your eyes will go up to the top. When you're remembering, so remembering is over here. So when you're remembering something, your eyes will go that way to access your brain. And when you're wanting to internalize and you're like, you get internal monologues going on, your eyes will go that way. And when you're feeling a certain way, your eyes will go that way. Anyway, so that's just a little bit of human behavior stuff, right? But it's important to know that we bring into our brains through 3 different ways: visual, auditory, and kinesthetic. So seeing, hearing, and feeling. And this is why video is so important. Video allows us to be able to see, be able to hear, and be able to feel, right? Richard Hallett just said nice bikes. I think you're talking about Deus Ex Machina bikes. Yes, absolutely. They make me kinesthetic. They make me feel. So if you're just sending out emails, which one of these things here do you think people will be responding to an email with? Is it visual, auditory, or kinesthetic? Well, you might be thinking visual, but no, it's down here. It's people responding with their internal voice. And by the way, they read your emails with their own voice. They don't read your emails with your voice. So you're sitting writing an email going, "Dear first name, it's a wonderful day here today, and I'm having a fabulous time in my business, and I love to share things with you." And they've had a crap day, and they go home and they read your email, and they read this: "Dear John, oh, it's a fabulous day here, and I want to share this with you." So they read it, and I know that's extreme. Thank you. The Academy Award does go to me for Best Actor. But they hear through their own filters, all right? So whatever's going on in their life, you've probably experienced this as well. You might get a text message from somebody that says, "Where are you?" And you could hear it as, "Where are you?" or "Where are you?" depending on how you're feeling at the time, right? This is why it's so important for people to hear and understand you through the portal of video, because they hear you, they see you. I know that I'm one of the quirkiest people around, right? If I freeze frame myself in my videos, I'm half the time going like that or like that. I know that I've got a lot of animation. And if I write a letter, people can't hear that, so I do a video. And you might be worried about your animation, which might be stopping you from doing your videos. Let me encourage you, I am the quirkiest schmuck around when it comes to looking stupid. But it doesn't matter. You've got to get out of your own way. And if you can't get out of your own way, then people are only going to hear you down here, which means that most of the time they're going to feel crappy about you. So we want to stop people from feeling crappy about you. this is the way we do it. So I can't believe I've done all this thing and I've done all this backwards. I had really nicely lined up and ruled up paper. I'm going to have to do it all again as we go, but that's cool because that's how we roll, dudes. That's how we roll. All right, so why we need to do video, we've covered that. How people learn, we've covered that. This is probably the best way for you to do one thing once and continue to replicate it. Having something parked on YouTube is a sensational way for you to have your content there continually accessible for people to be able to tune into. Imagine if you could have right now your own TV station and it was tuned into, people were tuning into you and watching your content on your TV station. It's not ad-free, unfortunately. But imagine it got so popular that you got so popular that you could start to monetize even your YouTube channel. Now, my YouTube channel, some of my videos are monetized and some of my videos aren't monetized. What does monetized mean? Well, monetized just means that when, with some of my videos, they've gotten to a point where they're quite popular. So YouTube now says, hey, this guy is getting people clicking. We will pay him. And it's not much, by the way. It's like 0.03 of a cent or something like that. It's not much at all. But if you're getting hundreds of thousands of likes, every once in a while you get, $30, $40 on an account. And that's pretty cool as well. And so if you've got really good content, which you do, and you're able to help people and solve their biggest problems for free, which is what I keep talking to you about, solve their biggest problems for free, then video gives you a great platform to do that. Okay, cool. So what did I have written here? Wow, how people learn video? Okay, why do we need to do video? Freemium, authority, creates fans and followers. There was something else I was just going to talk to you about then as well, and it just popped into my head. But what is it? What is it? What is it? Come on, Grant, think. No, sorry, it's gone. It was a really cool point. If I remember it, I'll come back to it. But if you are intent on only doing email or flyer drops or whatever, then you're gonna limit your audience. Your audience is out there. They're searching Google. By the way, Google and YouTube are both linked, so they're the same platform. And that was what was bringing me to my next point. I remember now what I was going to show you. So I'm just going to share my screen here. And see if I can bring that one up. I think I've got the right one here. Yes, great. So the first thing that I want you to be able to do, can you guys see that screen? Just type in yes, because I'm just using a new platform. So just type yes if you can see the screen. Yes. Good. Thank you very much. This is my Google account. So there's a little picture of me, and this is the stuff that I look at most frequently. And don't worry, there's nothing there to hide. You can see Facebook and my website and my marketing platform and so on. But here's why it's important. First thing I want you to do is get yourself a Google account. Just by a show of hands, more or less, type in yes or no if you already have a Google account. Yes, I have a Google account. No, I don't. Yes. Anyone knows? A few knows. Google Plus, Mel Hall. Yeah, Google Plus means you have a Google account. Yes. Most of you do. Most of it was Emma Patterson doesn't. And there might be a couple of people watching this on the recording that don't as well. All right. So if you don't, it is very important that you do. And here's why. Just check out this little grid here. You click on that little grid and straight away, there is your YouTube channel. So you can just go ahead and click straight through to your YouTube channel and everything links. And because I've already brought my YouTube channel up. Oh, by the way, so I'll just go back. It also has here, you go down to the more, and if you're going to be blogging, you can use the blogging tools as well. But there's also some really good business tools down here. And if you click on even more, that'll take me to a whole nother area. And that's where you can start to look at your marketing in depth through Google Ads. And you can do your AdWords campaigns and so on back in there. So we have everything linked, my calendar, my Gmail account, and so on. I do use my Gmail account, and I have all of my emails for business going through Gmail as well. And it's just a way for me to keep everything in the one spot at the one time. But I'll just close that tab down. Today we're looking at YouTube. So this is the inside of my YouTube account, and you can see every single video that my family has watched and my kids watch, and that's all there, all in the history. But let's have a look here at the channel. So this is my YouTube channel, and you can see inside here there's some videos that you may have seen before or look familiar. But today we're going to be having a look at how what a good example of a video is and why and how to set it up. So I've just chosen for you one video here. By the way, if you don't have, sorry, let me just bring this screen back up so I can see your comments. Who has an active YouTube account? Yes or no? Let's see a Y for yes and for no. A few yeses, few no's. Ooh, lots of no's. Alrighty, let me just go back a step then. You need to set up a YouTube account. To set up your YouTube account, you see mine's just called Grant Mullen. You can call yours whatever you like. And you need to have a description. In fact, I've just noticed an error. So it says who I am. Very importantly, notice how these weren't blue a second ago. Live coaching here. Let's make sure it works. These, goodness me. I don't know why I bothered to do that because it did nothing. It's important that you're always get in the habit of putting the full link for your description in your YouTube channel. And I'll show you why. Here's a YouTube video. I'm going to go to the info and settings part of this YouTube video. And here you'll see I've got the full link. I'm just going to take out the HTTP part for a minute and just leave it as www. And then I'm going to click save. I'm going to come back to this in a minute, guys, so don't worry. I'm not skipping over anything. I just want to show you what happens. Go back to this masterclass here. Sorry, guys. Now, notice the www.grantmullen.com.au/masterclass. Notice that that is not in blue. I'm just going to edit it back to make it correct. http:// and I'm going to hit save on that. The very first thing you need to know is in the description of all of your YouTube videos should have the link. Sorry, that's going to happen every time. Should have the link. See, now it's blue and it's clickable. So you should always have the link to your call to action inside of your videos in the description. So you've got your video. I'm going to talk to you a little bit about how to create videos and so on today, and a few extra tools for that, and some layout for that, and you know what to do. But for now, I want to talk about the description. So, we will. There's different kinds of videos that you'll have locked and unlocked, and available and unavailable, and private, and so on. More on that, I think, when we talk one-on-one in your momentum sessions about what video to have where. There's so many rules around that. We could be here for 3 hours. But first things first, when you upload a video, first of all, if it's a marketing video, try and keep it under 3 minutes. So you see this one is 2 minutes and 42. You want to have it over a minute 20 maybe. Anything under that is probably a little too short. So around about a minute 20 to about 3 minutes. 3 minutes would be the maximum, or 3 minutes 30 roundabouts would be the maximum, until you have a huge following. Once you've got a huge following, a humongous following, you can do a 3-hour video if you're allowed. All right, but for now, we want to keep the information short and sweet, and we want to keep it in bite-sized chunks. So Richard just said regarding Step to Life, Australia said no to each of you having a channel. So for franchises, you don't necessarily have to have a Step into Life and your franchise channel, or Baker's Delight. I work with you guys as well. You don't have to have a Baker's Delight and your YouTube channel. You can just have a private YouTube channel where you, as the person, so if it was me and I was a franchise owner, Grant Mullen, my YouTube channel, my authority, my videos, talking about content. I'm not talking about, and let's get clear on this. This is not about necessarily old school stuff where you promote the business. This is about promoting you as the expert, the content expert. So describe yourself as a non-celebrity subject matter expert, all right? You know what you know, and you know some stuff. You can not have an official business YouTube. In fact, it's better not to. Have a personal YouTube channel. I just showed you mine is called Grant Mullen, and I want to keep it that way because I am outside of my business. In fact, does anyone even know what my business is called? You probably don't. It's on the invoices that if you ever get an invoice from us. But my business is called the Mullen Group Proprietary Limited. It's pretty boring, right? No one wants to know that. No one cares. No one gives a rip what my business is called. People want to know who I am and how I can help. People want to know who you are and how you can help. Okay, back to YouTube. I'm clicking over between screens, so just forgive me if my eyes are going everywhere. It's because I'm clicking over between screens. So you see here, I've called this one the 3-week Business Transformation Masterclass. A bit long. Maybe I'd call it something different if I had the chance to do it again. This is a brand new video. It's only been up for about a day. It's had 15 views, which isn't very many, but still it's better than no views at all. Now, we're going to talk about here, what do you put in the description that's going to make sense? You don't want to just type a whole heap of mumbo jumbo out. So we have to put in something that is going to make sense, talk to your audience, and speak a little bit about the video. This video, by the way, is on my masterclass page. I wonder if I can click through to that. No, it's not going to let me. Ah, don't you love it when you click the wrong thing and stuff happens? Hang on a sec, guys. Sorry about that. Alrighty. Grant, stop trying to do things and just remember there's people watching. So this is the video that's on my my updated 3-week masterclass page. So normally it wouldn't be viewed as a YouTube video, but today we are going to do that. So I'll just go back into that again. So normally people wouldn't see any of this stuff that's in the background for this particular video, but I think it's important to have it there anyway, no matter what. And if anyone's sick of that music, how do you think I feel? So here, remember, if you've done it already, or if you haven't, the avatar process is to clearly define the person that you're speaking to. And remember, my rule is to always be speaking to the one person, right? So in this description here, I'm speaking only to the one person. So 3 days ago when I put this video up, I put the link in for the website that it exists on already. And to that one person, I said, you don't like to fail at sales or at any level of business. I haven't said, do you, or have you ever considered? I haven't been soft. I haven't been gentle. I've spoken straight into the problem that I have perceived for my avatar. You don't like to fail at sales or at any level of business. This is why you have a coach, or this is why you're here and you need a hand. Easy. So I've done a really simple conversational little mind read for the people that are, and I wrote it down on this one here. Where is the piece of paper that I wrote? For the people that like to read. Here we go. For the people who are still down here and want to internalize, and the people that like to read stuff, because you've still got to have all three things. So you'll notice that I've got music, so people like to hear things. I've got pretty pictures because people like to see things, and I've got something for them to read. Visual, auditory, and kinesthetic. All three languages are coming together for them to have what's called a synesthesia in their brain, which is where everything glues together and they hear it three ways. And in marketing, the rule is if you've heard it three times, you've heard it everywhere. So we're getting them to hear it three times in the one place. Easy, right? You guys rewind that and watch it later if it didn't make sense. You hear me say that 2 or 3 times over and over again, it'll glue with you. Then it tells them what they're there for. It says in this 3-week masterclass, you will learn how to build the core of your business culture, attract the right staff, the right clients, as well as make the money and create more sales than ever before. You will become clear on your needs. So I future pace them and the fruit of your outcome. Then I tell them what to do. Click the link below, start the process. There's no guarantees if you don't take action. Then they can go through and watch the video. The video also has visual, auditory, and kinesthetic cues the whole way through. So there's nothing that they have to guess about. Goes for 2 minutes 42. It is educational, it is informative, and it helps them to be able to take the next step. So with what I've just shown you there, before I go on to the next part, let's bring that screen back up, sorry about that. Before I go on to the next part, is there any questions about what I've just shown you there in regards to creating the description underneath your YouTube video? Any questions there that I can answer for you right now? Just go ahead and type them in and I can answer them for you. The next thing I'm going to talk to you about after that is we're talking about framing some stuff up. I can't believe that this is the wrong way around. Never mind. We're gonna get the picture. You guys might have to read this one backwards. Any questions there before we move on? Nope. Cool. If there are questions, just go ahead and type them in the box with a Q next to them so I can perhaps get to them later. All right. So the next part of this is, so you got your description. Oh yeah, okay, let's have a look at this, guys. Notice how I've got one video and that one video is in one folder. So I've got a whole heap of folders over here. So I've got week 1 of the masterclass, week 2 of the masterclass, week 3 of the masterclass. There's a 90-day business transformation admin folder. So for some of our 90 DBT videos that are too big to fit anywhere else, we put them on YouTube. But no one can access this because it's private. See, that's locked there. It's not open for the public. I've got 2016 website videos. You see here, that's public. They're embedded on the website, but they're also available to the public. I've got 90-day business transformation free membership here, which is an old thing that I used to do. That's public, still accessible, but look at that big cheesy buffhead with his flowery shirt, and other things in there. So you need to be able to set your videos to either public or private, depending on what you want people to see and what you want people to hear from you. So I don't want people that are going to this video here to see necessarily masterclass videos or any other videos. So, or like, I don't want them to see the videos that my kids have watched via Apple TV, for example. So be really careful with how you guard your content, guys. And again, when we're talking about this sort of thing privately together, I'll let you know whether you should make it public, private, or unlisted. But for your other videos that you have on YouTube, make sure that they're not accessible if you don't want them accessible by the public. Alrighty. So let's have a look then. I'll stop sharing that and go back to there. Cool. Let's have a look then at how you frame things up. Now, I've got some examples here. Share and click that. Let's see. Let's move that over because bring this picture up here. Right, so for those of you that have ever done any art, graphics, or design, this is called the golden ratio. And this area here, if you can see my mouse around it, this is where you want your head to be in your shots. Here's a little video I filmed the other day. You see my head is in that sort of area in the shot. You'll see one of my pictures off my Facebook. My head is in that area in the shot. And then I've just taken another screen shot here of this absolute rock star, Michelle. She's got the right idea. Notice where her eyes are. This is in her Friday video that she's just put up. Her eyes are just here within this. So this is called, in video land, this is called the rule of thirds. So there's thirds this way, and there's thirds, so thirds vertically and thirds horizontally. Sorry, Michelle, I'll take you down there so that you're not embarrassed. Not that you should be embarrassed because you're a rock star. You'll also notice, I just took a screenshot here. Notice how my head is in a particular third. Doesn't really matter whether it's on the left or the right. Well, it can matter, but for now it doesn't. But the idea is you want to have your eyes at an intersecting crosshair in a top third. Why in a top third? Well, remember this. You want to have your eyes in an intersecting top third in the visual cortex. So if you even notice that as I'm talking to you, I'm trying to keep myself on the screen in this sort of third. I'm not kind of like here. I'm keeping myself very deliberately, even as I'm talking to you on a webinar, in that top section. It's very important for you to do that in your video. So Michelle, what did you say here? I didn't mean to have my eyes there. I knew that. Not do now though. So look, instinctively, it's good. So Mel Halls just made a comment there, said, Grant has given me some great tools for writing copy. We will be doing a copywriting webinar as well. So stay tuned for that one. I'm going to be taking you through all of the copywriting tools that I use for like really high fee paying clients. Like if I do a $3,500 for 20 minutes copywriting job, I'm going to take you through all of the tools and I'm going to develop a template for you as well. So you can use that. By the way, did you guys know that all of the future webinars are now on the calendar inside of Profit Rocket, and you can go book ahead of time. So that's kind of cool as well. So we've got some thirds here, but I'm going to show you, because I drew this up, but it's all backwards, right? So I'm just going to draw it up really quickly, and it won't be as neat because I used a ruler and everything before. So here's your video screen. Here's your thirds, right? Now, I'm just going to get, there's a few things we've got to know here. First of all, okay, it's the right way around. Got to make sure it's the right way around. If you're going to be doing a video pre-recorded and putting it on YouTube, be aware that there is an outside box and an inside box. Always allow about a 5% buffer around the outside edges, especially if you're going to be using the video later on for other purposes. The reason is, let's see if I can get to the top of my screen here. So imagine, so this is me managing my buffer. This is me not managing my buffer. Where's the top of my head gone? Me managing my buffer, plenty of room. Even if it gets cut off, I'm still kind of here. And the reason this is important, because you might want to scale your videos later on for web use. So always keep yourself about there. Alrighty, so your eyes are about there. Got it? Cool. Here's something else that's important. What way does a clock turn? Well, it turns clockwise, right? Turns this way. That means that everything over this side of the screen is the future. Everything on this side of the screen is the past. So when you're referencing past and future, you must make sure that you're referencing into the future or into the past. Now, this comes from stagecraft. So when I learned stage speaking, and if you go back and watch anything that I've ever done on stage, you'll see that I anchor points throughout the frame. So I'm saying in the past, there's been some people that have experienced pain and so on and so on and so on. And this is probably all backwards for you guys because I can't even figure out what way is the right way around at the moment on this screen because I'm backwards. But you should always know when you're doing a video for your YouTube channel or for Facebook or whatever, should know which way you're facing. And I probably should know which way I'm facing today, which way is my past and which way is my future. But by looking at this, I can tell that this would be into the future and I'm sitting currently into the past. So if I'm going to say, right now you have a problem and here's the solution so you can have this kind of future, I'm anchoring points within the video. Why is this important? Well, when you put your problems up on the screen, I wish I had a different color, I don't. And you're putting words up on the screen, that's where you'll put the problem. And when you put your text for your videos, like click the link, call to action, and so on, you put that down here. You might be going, well, how do I put words on screens? What do I use? Well, there's a whole bunch of different tools for that. And I'm going to show you some of those in just a minute. I'm going to talk about a couple first. Before I talk about the tools, though, I just want to mention a few little details. And they might seem obvious to you, but I want to mention them anyway, because I think it's something that some people sort of forget about. When I'm doing Facebook videos, do you remember the thing that I always do is I have my headphones in? Why do I do that? If anyone wants to guess why I've got my headphones in, just go ahead and guess. Cool, I'll tell you why in just a second. You'll also notice that even as I'm doing this video, I'm sitting in a bright room. I'm not sitting in a shadow where I'm shadowed. Daniel's had a guess. He said cancels out background noise. That's a good guess. Keep guessing though, guys. It's more than that. Way more than that. You'll notice that you can't see it. Actually, let me show you. Just unplug here for a second. This room, this is a little boardroom, but over here, there's a big source of natural light. And back here, there's a whole heap of crap and stuff. And there's like a little table. But what I've done is I've framed it so that everything gives me a reference point while I'm doing my video so that I know my head had to be, when it's in the right spot, between those two paintings. All right, so I've given myself reference points. No one else has had a guess. I'm going to tell you why you have the microphone. It's so that you get high quality audio. One of the most important things in video is high quality audio. Annoying, right? If it was cutting out like that, it would be really annoying. And a few people are probably going, oh my gosh, Grant's audio is cutting out right now. I better tell him. I wonder if anyone has. That would have been really awesome and funny and hilarious. If you thought my audio was cutting out, just go, Stu, put in, yep, me, whatever. I'm not that good of an actor. I'm sorry. But your audio quality is really, really important. Second to that is video quality, believe it or not. You can have poorer quality video as long as you have extremely high quality audio. So your iTunes, your iPhone, if you're an iPhone user, your iPhone headphones are remarkable. Really high quality. I've been talking a lot lately with a couple of people that are experts in podcasting. We're starting our podcast soon on SoundCloud and iTunes, and it's going to be amazing. We're doing sales and leadership. I'm doing a podcast with a lady by the name of Lisa Viking. She's incredible. You've got to have high quality audio, and if you don't, people will just tune out. The second thing is little tools like this. This is a selfie stick. I use my selfie stick so that I can give some perspective. And why do I want to do that? It's because I have little stumpy arms that can only hold the camera out here, and I can't frame myself properly unless I have a tool. This is $7 from Kmart. It's Bluetooth. It's got a little button on there, little light that comes on the bottom for Bluetooth, and it's awesome. It's all you need. $7. You know, you can't knock it. So we've talked about how to frame it. We've talked about a few tools to use. And I said that what I would show you is, let's bring back up the, is it this one I want? Maybe this one. Okay, cool. Just shift this one aside. Oh, there it is. Ripper. Cool. So there's a few tools that I use. If you want to know as well, just as a by the way, these landing pages, these are all done through a tool called Lead Pages, L-E-A-D pages. If that's relevant for you, that'll be cool. Now the videos, this is a tool called Biteable, B-I-T-E-A-B-L-E, Biteable, and it's really good. It's $145 for a year. And you've noticed recently that you've got some new videos that have appeared on Profit Rocket. You see the little rocket and all that sort of stuff. This is what I did them in. So it's just a slide, and I type stuff in, and I type stuff in there. And then I go through and I pick the colors. Then I go through and I can select the audio. It gives me a whole bunch of audio, which is royalty free. And the next thing is I can go in and I can preview the video, and I can build the video. Everything gets done in there. So Biteable is a really cool tool if you want to build some quick little videos that don't cost you very much and don't take very long to build. I've been, what have I done? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 there, but I've probably deleted about 20 or 30 of them as I was playing. It is a great tool. This is probably the best tool I've found so far for videos. Before, we used this one here called Powtoons. So Powtoons, if you've got your volume cranked right up, there's going to be some sound. So it allows you to do videos like this. And if you've seen movies like that Sugar film and so on, they do a lot of using Powtoons. So it gives you great little tools to use throughout the video, and you can click, make them, sorry. So you can have buttons and all sorts of stuff incorporated into videos. Here's the next one. You used to look very familiar to you. This is a tool called Vipid, V-I-P-I-D, and it allows you to use pre-done. So you would have seen this one of mine. Just so you know, I am not clever at all. I use tools like this to be able to make myself look clever, to do online videos that cost very little. So like I said, $145 for a year for this one here. Powtoons is about $120, I think, for a year. I use the Pro Edition. There's even bigger, there's Pro and there's business, and there's all sorts of, actually, I'll just go to pricing. I'll just show you what it is. That's if you're interested. If you're not interested, just tune out, talk to somebody. So there we go. Pro's $89 a month. 89 a month. That doesn't seem right. No, $19 a month, billed annually. That's what I do. So you pay once for the whole year. And that's pretty cool as well. And then, yeah, there's the big plan, the business one. And that just gets you a few more cartoons and so on. But you'll always pay at once. Vipid, by the way, the cost for Vipid is you pay as you go, which is cool. So you can prepay $35 is the best value. That gets you creation points. And I think it's 250 to 500 creation points per video. And like I said, Biteable, that is about $140 odd for the year. Now, what about the software that you can use to, sorry, I'll just shut this down, bring me back. Hello, everybody. Stop sharing my screen, bring me back. What about some tools for video editing? Well, you might not own a Mac, and if you don't own a Mac, then you're going to hate what I'm about to say, because the best video software editing tools are on Macs. If you have a PC, which is like a Windows machine, you're going to struggle for good, and I mean good. You'll have video editing software, but you're going to struggle for good video editing software. So even if you have an iPad, iPads have got excellent video editing software. So if you haven't already, get your cloud set up. If you don't know what the cloud is, ask a 15-year-old. They'll tell you what the cloud is. But this is the cloud will allow you to share your videos from one device to the other. Alrighty, so your Wi-Fi at home and your cloud, you can set up. Just go to JB Hi-Fi and tell one of the pimply-faced dudes there that you want to set up your own cloud at home, and they'll help you. Your cloud will help you to go from device to device. That's where you share your videos, your video files. So Shannon said Macs rock, and Shannon, you're right. Macs do rock. Macs come with free software, and it's called iMovie, and it's good. The thing you need to know, the things you need to know. Number one, pick a bloody transition and stick to it. Don't use 10 different transitions if you're going to use transitions at all in your video. A transition is where you go from a cut to the next thing. So use something simple like a fade or a swipe, or another one, it's called Gaussian. It's where one thing merges into the other, right? One simple transition throughout. This is why it becomes even more important for you to frame yourself up. If you're talking to a video camera, hi, video guy, cut, and then all of a sudden you're over here and you do a blah, 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 like that, your audience will go. Stay in the one spot, be focused, and also be looking down the barrel of the lens, not as I'm doing from top. You see, this is me looking at the lens, this is me looking at myself. And there's a difference between you looking down the camera and looking at yourself. I'm looking at myself while I'm talking so that I can keep myself framed. Really important for you as well to always have a tripod when you're shooting. Not for Facebook Live. For Facebook Live, you can have one of these. But if you're shooting a YouTube video or something that's going to be kept for a long time, please, please always have a tripod. They're so affordable. You can get a tripod for 20 bucks. You can get these attachments to hold your iPhone for the top of your tripod for about 7 bucks. So for under $30, you can have a full setup that's so professional and so slick. I'm going to talk to you about cameras in a minute as well. What sort of cameras are good to use, and you'll be surprised at what I have to say there, I think. I don't know. So where was I? Framing, tripods. Oh, okay, iMovie. Sorry, I'm just looking over at my notes. I had to see where I was at. Sorry, guys. I've got so much information. I could genuinely talk about this for about 10 hours. But I wanted to just, give you the basics today, and we could, talk about some more of it later. iMovie is one. Now, I don't use iMovie anymore. I use Final Cut Pro X, and Final Cut Pro is about 500 bucks. And if you're a Mac user, get it. Just get it. If you can afford it, get it. If you can't afford it and you're a Mac user, message me privately later and I might be able to help you out with something. Alrighty, so just message me privately later. If you're a Mac user and you want Final Cut Pro X, there may be something that I can do there to help you. But I can't say what it is on this video because, anyway, for those of you that are reading between the lines, let me know. I may have some licenses for it. Let me just say that. And I can perhaps help a few of you out. But if you're a Windows user, you're going to be stuck because there's really only Windows Movie Maker, and it's, if I'm perfectly honest, it's a bit shit. So find a secondhand iPad on Gumtree for about $400, and then you'll at least have iMovie. So what do I say here? Also as well with YouTube, go to Google and type in YouTube Boost, and that's going to give you another great tool. I'm just going to show you YouTube Boost real quick. I'll bring that one up here. Just a sec here, guys. I think that's it there. Cool. Yep, awesome. Shut that down. Alrighty, so YouTube. In YouTube, you'll see there's this little icon here, and you might be going, but Grant, we don't have that. We don't know what it is. This is YouTube Boost. And I've just got a very simple starter license for this. YouTube Boost gives you all this extra analytics. It gives you different tools. It's free, by the way. So if you have a YouTube channel, get YouTube Boost. And this just educates you so much further into how to do everything you need to do within YouTube, and how you can boost your videos, how you can become an absolute guru. And it's killer. I've only just started using it. I don't know enough about it to teach you anything on it yet, but once I start learning more and more and more about it, I'll be able to show you. But even this little area over here with these tools is incredible. I wonder if I can show you. Let me go to this video. I think I can actually. Let me show you. Yes. So it brings, stop it, Grant, stop it. Over here, you've got your stats, and let's say your tags. By the way, with hashtags, make sure you have about 6 hashtags that are really consistent, and then up to about half a dozen floating hashtags as well. But what I can show you here, this tool will tell me the hashtag sales. It'll just take a second to load. It tells me how it ranks, how effective it is, and if I wanted more, I'd have to upgrade and start paying. It tells me what the search for it is, and the competition, how high it is, and you can't see down there, but it says that for me, it's 55 out of 100, so it's a bad hashtag. Then if I went, say, free coaching, just wait for this one to load. It says down here, it's bad, 20 out of 100. No one searches for it, but there's a high competition for it. So what it's saying is a lot of coaches have those words in it, but no one's searching for it. So like I said, this is a new tool. It gives great insight into how you can use your hashtags and your search tags. And obviously, it's tools like that that are going to help all of us to have higher ranking and better quality videos, which I think is really cool. It's only new. And I want to suggest that you use it because the insights there are incredible. And I've just shown you that I've even got hashtags there that's a waste of time and a waste of space. Also, before you do your videos, you have to write them out. And I've got a handy little script here. This is a book that I've been writing in since about 2012. So this is really, really old. So if you're taking notes, this is just a 5-pointer on how to set up your video scripts before you shoot your videos. It's not a full scripting tool. It's just a quick 5-pointer. And here it is. Number 1, set the scene. So it's like, g'day guys, Grant here. In today's video, I'm going to talk to you about blah. And you might see in my videos, I go, hi guys, it's Grant here. And today I'm going to be talking to you about XYZ. Stay tuned. And then I bring up a little title screen, and then I come back and I say it again. Hi guys, so in today's video, we're going to be talking about XYZ. And here's the first point. And then what I do is number 2, it's called amp the importance. You know, so today I'm going to be talking to you about XYZ, and that's so important for you because right now you're feeling this. and I press in a little bit on the pain. And when I'm doing it, I'm talking in my past pain area. I'm not referencing the future. I'm not referencing click here for this. I'm right now and I'm in the pain and I'm over here and I'm on this side of the frame. And number 3 is offer the reveal. And I do it in a framework which is called And That's Why. So, hi guys, it's Grant here today. And in today's video, we're going to be talking about X, Y, Z. And you're feeling this and pain and pain and pain. And that's why I've created blah. And I offer the reveal. That's why I'm running this session. That's why I'm running a webinar. That's why I'm doing this offer. That's why I'm giving away this book. That's the next step. So number 1, set the scene. Number 2, amp the importance, fear, pain. Number 3, offer the reveal. Number 4, bullet the benefits. 3 or 5, not 7, 3 or 5 little dot points. So you'll see on my masterclass video. So in this masterclass, you're going to learn the number 1, blah, and the number 2, blah, 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 and the number 3, blah, blah, blah. And now, and the 5th thing that I want you to do in this 5-point little scenario is give them a call to action. So what I want you to do, guys, is go ahead and click the link below, and I'll see you on the other side. That's it. It's just a little 5-pointer with how to set your script. If it was too fast for you there, I'm doing it. We're running out of time. I've got about 5 minutes left because I've got just a few more things to share with you. Check it out in the replay if I went too quick for you. Okay, Facebook Live videos. Your Facebook Live videos can be as long as you want. Now, somebody said Bob Labler's Law blog. Mel Hall. You have to elaborate. I don't know what that means, but cool. Facebook Live videos. You want to have a very catchy 4 or 5 word sexy title. Arrested Development. Mel, I don't watch Arrested Development. Sorry, dude. I'll watch it, I promise. I'm going on 4 days holiday as of tomorrow, so I can watch some TV. How good is that? Where I'm going, I'm not sure if they even have electricity, but we'll see how we go. Facebook Live videos. You want to have a 4 or 5 word sexy title. You've noticed a few of my videos lately have just gone absolutely nuts. If you haven't noticed, notice. Have a look at what I'm doing, especially the last 2 Facebook Live videos I've done. The second to last one had 2,000 and something views, about 18 shares. And I've had about 50 people come into my free masterclass from that one. The one I did yesterday, I think I've had about 600 views, which is good. It's not great, but it's good. 4 or 5 shares, I think. But I had 20 people come into the masterclass for that one as well. Why? Because I did sexy title. And it was like yesterday's was, let me simplify your life. I talked about the circle and how to guard your circle. And then I told people how to click. So I followed the same principle as the 5 steps that I just gave you then, but I did it over about 5 or 6 minutes. Facebook Live is always conversational. You pretend you're talking to your best mate, and it's always a conversation. Get people to type in the box. Go, so, I was thinking today about, blah, 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 and what do you guys think? And motion to the box. Hey, can you guys just type in the box below, and you kind of wait for them to start typing, and then speak to the people that are typing in the box. Far too many people do the Facebook Live and they go, rah, 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 and they don't even acknowledge their audience. You have to acknowledge your audience in a Facebook Live video. It's bloody important. It's more than important. It's vital. It's a conversation. Think about it as a live group telephone call where you're the only one that can be seen. Kind of like a webinar, kind of like what I've been doing here. Think of it like a mini webinar, all right? But get prepared. Whenever I do my Facebook Live videos, I have at least a 3-point script, sometimes written on my hand. I'll be like, what am I going to talk about today? And I go back to my content twister because, yes, I do the content twister as well. And if you haven't done your content twister, go to the marketing module, go do that. And you'll always have something to talk about. So I'll go, okay, I'm going to talk today about message meaning market. Message meaning market. And I'll stand outside of a shop and I'll go, guys, one of the most important things in marketing is message meaning a market. Let me talk about those 3 things today. here's the message, blah, blah, blah. What do you guys think? What's the message that's on the thing behind me? And I'll start to get an interaction going. That's what I want you to do as well. Facebook Live is freaking killer. But here's what you've got to do. This is what people don't know. And you're going to know, and other people don't know this. Once you're done, actually, let me show you. Is that okay? I'm going to show you instead. I know we're running out of time, and we've just gone over the hour. But I need to show you this. Because I haven't got my Facebook up. Let me just bring my Facebook up. All right, screen share. Facebook. All right, sorry, the Facebook notifications coming up now as well. This is what I wanted to avoid. Okay, so there's my Facebook. Hopefully you guys don't see anything that you shouldn't. I'll just turn my chat off so that people don't want to chat to me. All right, here's my personal private Facebook page. Click on more, I go to videos. I go to my videos, and here's yesterday's. I go to edit this video. This is what I want you guys to be able to do as well. I haven't given it a sexy title yet. So it goes, no. You'll see how to fix your life fast. Not that sexy, but I'm thinking simplify your whole life for you right now. grantmullen.com.au/masterclass. So what am I missing, guys? HTTP. Oops, put 3 of those, meant to do 2. I can prohibit embedding if I want to. I can choose categories. This one I will choose lifestyle. It's public, and I save it. Now, what all this does is if you do a Facebook Live video, and you've just seen how fast I can do that. We don't want to hear it. Hey, good morning, folks. Grant here. Shut up, Grant. That gives the whole full link down the bottom. It tells me, there was 3 shares on that one, 13 comments. It tells me everything I need to know in the back end. What this means now is that when Melissa, who you all know and love, when Melissa goes to turn that into a blog post for me, then all of the information is going to be there, and I don't have to worry about doing anything else. So every time I do a Facebook Live video, you can't do it from your phone. You have to do that from your machine. Log into your Facebook account, follow the process that I just did then, and refine everything that's within your video so it all points to where you want them to go. Don't ever do a Facebook video, please, without having an end goal in mind. Really quickly, as we finish, if you have any questions, now's the time. Type the letter Q and put your question in, and I'll answer them. And here's what I'm going to tell you before I answer any questions. It's about what tools to use. Your iPhone is okay to use as a phone, as a camera, as long as if you're doing a YouTube video, use the back camera and put it on a tripod and have some sound equipment that's not using the internal camera on the phone. So you can get, for very cheap, you can get an extension lead for your headphones for about, I think, $16. And that's what you'll use. Bring it out from the other side of the room over to you. All right, makes sense? You don't have to have your headphones in, by the way. You can have them sitting on your lap, just out of sight. You can have them here, and it's still okay. The sound will pick up just fine. I use for my YouTube, you'll notice like my YouTube videos are like a way higher quality. My camera is about $2,500. It's a Canon 70D, so it's a 70D. If you can get your hands secondhand, a 50D or a 60D, they're great quality cameras, but it's the lens that's important. So by the way, a 50D or a 60D will still cost you between $1,700 and $2,000. So you might as well get the, do what I did. I went to Harvey Norman, and I'm not advertising for anybody. I went to Harvey Norman. I got 50 months interest free I put my $2,500 camera on 50 months interest free, and it cost me whatever that is a week, which is $25 or something like that, which was nothing. And here I got this beautiful $2,500 gorgeous camera that I can shoot 4K, which is over and above 1080p, shoot 4K video with. It's a no-brainer, right? And I got some good quality sound gear as well for not very much money. I think it was $200. I got some Rode, R-O-D-E, Rode audio equipment. And I got that off eBay, and I bought it out of the US. Took 2-3 months to get here. Doesn't matter. You can buy it locally as well. We do have a really good guitar shop in several of them in Hobart that have that sort of stuff as well. But you do get it cheaper out of the US, and that's just a little tip for you there as well. I'm not seeing any questions coming up, so I'll just say this last part and finish up. The iPhone 7 is about to come out. I've ordered mine. I'm getting the 7 Plus. If you are getting a new camera, a new phone, sorry, do upgrade to the 7 Plus. Why? Same reason as you get the 50mm lens for any camera that you've got. A 50mm lens will put you in focus and the background out of focus, and that's really pretty cool as well. So just something to consider there. Now I'm just going to flick over to questions here. I can't see any questions there. There's still 14 of you here. Either I've given you so much information you don't know what to do with it, or I've been really, really clear. So if today has been clear for you and you've got some good stuff, just type clear. If you're confused, type in confused. And if you are confused, thank you. Clear, clearer, clearer. Love it. Pretty clear. If you are confused about any of this, you know I'm here for you, right? So let's see some killer videos. Out of 55 people that could have been here today, there's 14 of you. And, you know, that's great. You guys are 14 people that are ahead of everyone else right now by a little bit. So come on, let's prove it. Let's show them what we can do. Remember all of the areas that I talked about today. If there's any tools that I've shown you today that you say, hey, you know what, Grant, I want to get a bit more clarity on the thirds, let me know. I'll put together a template for you. I'll make it look really, really pretty, and we'll have it as a free download for everybody. So if you tell me something that you want, I promise you someone else will want it as well. And I love creating new stuff for you. So let me know. But that's been our webinar for today. The next webinar is a Q&A webinar. And Mel Hall said she's going to practice on the Monday momentum video. I hope you guys are enjoying these webinars as well, because I love putting them on for you. It's really good fun. So I'm off for 4 days. If you need anything, please contact Melissa. She will be there for you. We have had a little bit of problem with our booking forms. I do apologize for that. Thank you, Michelle Fletcher. I will have a lovely break. We're in the midst of, we've just gone back to the old system just for now. We will, thanks Pauline, we will be going over to a new system really soon. We're changing a whole bunch of stuff inside the program as well. So keep an eye out for that. The calendar, there's new buttons in there as well. There's new stuff appearing all the time. So keep logging in, keep pressing buttons. I'm always putting new stuff in the program for you. I want to give you the best value for money ever that any coach anywhere in the world can ever give you. So go ahead, tell everybody how much you love the program. I would love to have another 50 to 100 people join, and let's make this a really rich environment. Guys, thanks very much. God bless you all. Have an amazing weekend wherever you are, and I look forward to seeing your high quality, impressive, high class, informative, transformational videos coming out really soon. Let me know what your YouTube channel is, and I'll be sure to follow you. All the best. Sell with courage. Talk soon.